Hello and welcome to all in this video lecture series on C programming. We are discussing the loop control, which are also known as iterative statements present in C programming language. So as we know that whenever we want to execute some part of program several times, that is iteratively, basically these loop control statements, that is the iterative statements, are used. So we are there with basic three types of these loop control statements. The first one is a while, that already we had discussed, do while, and then the for loop. So in today's session we are going to discuss the use of for loop as a iterative statement, right? So this is a simple syntax for the for loop control statement. So there are two ways by which we can define this loop control statement, right? So first of all, I am going to make use of the keyword for. Inside this bracket, the three different expressions. This is my expression number 1, this is the expression number 2, and this is the expression number 3. And each of this expression is separated by this semicolon. This is the most important one, right? So first keyword for, then bracket, expression 1, semicolon, expression 2, semicolon, expression 3, and inside this curly brackets, these statements that I am going to define, right? Then how the things work? Fine. So basically the expression 1 is used to initialize the value for variable. In short, the initialization is done by expression 1. The expression 2 is basically an test condition, or it is simple an expression which is used for the test the condition. So I will mention here as a condition. Okay, so that is what simple the test condition. And expression 3 is nothing but what? Simple updation of value. Just try to get this, it's the most important one. How we have defined the syntax? First the for, keyword for, then expression 1, semicolon, expression 2, semicolon, expression 3. Expression 1 basically used for to initialize these variable values, or basically it is known as a initialization. Expression 2 defines the test condition, and expression 3 is basically used to update the value. So the most important thing is that expression 1 execute only once at the beginning of for loop. Just try to get this. Expression 1 execute only once at the beginning of this for loop, whereas the expression 2 is a test condition. So how the things work? First the values get initialized, then the expression means the value is checked, right? And if the value is true, then these set of statements are get executed, or the set of statement which are present within these curly brackets, these set of statements get executed. Okay, and once after completion of this execution, the compiler or the execution go for expression 3 to update the value of variable. Just try to get this. First, expression 1 executed only once at the beginning of for loop. After this, it's going to check this condition. So whatever expression, if this expression is true, then this set of statements are get executed, and after completion of this execution, it goes for simple this expression 3 to update the value, right? So this is one, right? Means when we are there with multiple statements to be executed using for loop control statement, then the syntax is as like this. Whereas for simple single statement, right, you can directly define in this way without using the curly bracket. So after this for declaration, whatever the single statement that mentioned, that statement is considered as what? The part of this for loop. Okay, so this block diagram defines how exactly the things are going to work. So this is what expression is nothing but what? Initialization of expression is nothing but expression 1 as per the syntax, right? This condition is simple my expression number 2. Okay, so this is what? Expression 2, okay, as mentioned, and here update expression is what? Our expression 3. Now just try to get this. How the things work here? First, initialize the expression means this specific expression 1 is get executed. Okay, After completion of this, it is going to check the condition. Check the condition means what? Just it's dealing with this expression number 2. If my expression number 2 is true, then the body of loop means these statements are get executed. And if it is false, directly it will come out from this, means it is not going to execute this body of loop, and directly whatever the next statement that define, okay, after this for loop, that next statement is get executed by this program. Okay, and now after completing this, now consider my expression is true, means what? This expression 2 is true, then the body of loop statement is get executed, and then it is going to deal with the expression 3 to update the value. Okay, so in this way the loop control statement works. Okay, for example, right, let us consider this. Write a program to print 1 to 10 numbers using for loop. Right, so for this I am going to define variable, say integer x. Okay, now how I am going to define exact syntax? Then first the for, the keyword for, okay, let me write it in regular what you call in style. Okay, so first I am going to make use of keyword for, then the expression 1. Expression 1 is what? Simple, my expression 1 is initialization, right? So I am going to define x is equal to 1, then this semicolon, right? So this is the first. Then I have to check, means the condition that I am supposed to mention. And what should be my condition? Right from value 1 to 10. So I am going to write here x is less than 10. This is the second. Okay, and now the third one. What is my third? This is just increment the value of x, that is what? X plus plus. So in this way the x is equal to 1, this define the expression 1, that is the initialization of variable value. Expression 2, this is a test condition, and expression 3 is a updation, right? So here simple I am going to write printf, say every time to print the value to new line /n %d comma x. Okay, and now just complete this back. So how the things work? No doubt I am going to initialize this variable. Now as per the flow, right? So here the value x is first assigned to variable x. Value 1 is get assigned to variable x. Now this is the first, and this is expression 1. It get executed only once at the beginning of for loop. So what is that? Initially the value 1 is assigned to variable x. Now it jump to this, right? Okay, now whether 1 is less than 10, yes, as it is true, then this set of statement is get executed. So what output I am getting? I am getting the output as 1. Okay, now after this completion, it is go for this expression 3 in order to update the value. So what will happen? The new value for x, earlier it was 1, now the new value is what? 2, right? So as now it is 2, just try to get this flow. First this is the first activity, right? Then it is moving from this expression number 1 to expression number 2, expression number 2 to this set of statement, and now this updation. And after this again it is going to recheck this condition as indicated here. Okay, once the condition is true, the body of loop is executed, and after completing this it updates the expression, and after updating the expression again it is go for checking this value as indicated here, that is a condition, right? So if I am going to define it, the sequence, right? So this is my first, right? So this is the first, the initialization. This is the second activity, this is the third, this one is a fourth, and this is the fifth. In this way the flow works here. First execute expression 1, test condition which is presented in expression 2. If it is true, execute the loop statement, body of loop, then go for updating the value. Once you update the value, again recheck the condition. Now the x value is 2, so yes, 2 is less than 10, again execute it. Then go for updating 3 is less than 10, again. In this way, means continuously it is goes on executing, right? So let us cross check this with this simple execution, right? So now I am going to define int main integer x is equal to 1 is less than 10. Here you can define in this way also, x is less than or equal to 10, right? Instead of writing directly x is less than 11, you can define it also, x is less than or equal to 10 and x plus plus. Okay, so let us cross check this. Okay, so let us check this. Initially, now the value of x is 1, which is assigned value, right? So here, okay, so it will again go for it. Now the value of x is 2, it get checked in this way. So continuously we are getting these values, and now the value of x is 10. So 10 is this what we call the display, and now it is come out from the loop. So in this way this loop control statement basically works. So at the output side I am getting the values from 1 to 10, right? So simple thing that need to be remembered is what? The way in which the syntax is defined. The first here, right, this is the expression 1 as mentioned here. Okay, expression 1, expression 2, expression 3. The expression 1 is get executed only at the beginning of for loop. This is the first activity. Then the expression 2, okay, so I will write here this as what? Initialization or initialize. Second, it is an condition, it is a simple condition that to check, and the third one is a update value. Value of what? Value of variable. And generally, right, or a majority time the expression 1 includes the assignment operator. That means we are going to assign a value within this what we call the as a expression 1. These are basically the logical or relational operators we are using, and this is what simple the mathematical operations, either increment or decrement. These are the most widely or commonly used here, right? So let us consider this same example. Here I am assigning a value, means in expression 1 I am using this assignment operator. Okay, then this is what? This is a relational operator that I am using in expression 2. And the plus plus, this is what? This is an increment operator. Okay, right. Okay, suppose I want to do in this way. I want to print the number in a reverse order, right? From 10 to here I am getting from what? 1 to 10. Now I want to print it in a reverse order, that is from 10 to what we call 1, right? So I am going to write in this way. Initially I am going to initialize the value of for variable x is 10. X should be less than greater than 0, and now I am going to decrement it, right? So how exactly the things will work here? Wait, let me finish. Okay, right. So how exactly the things work here? X is assigned with 10. As the 10 is greater than 0, print the value of 10, that is variable x, that is 10. Okay, then increment the value of x, again recheck it. Okay, first this, second this, third this, fourth this, and again after 4 it rechecks the condition. Means whenever your expression is true, then the entire expression or the entire execution is going to revolve around these two values. Whereas x is equal to 10, that is the first expression, the first entity get executed only. So let us cross check this. So here is the output: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in this way the things are going to work using loop control statement.